he is a good target for them.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Oh, and Heidi is not there. Hiding.
It's not on yet.
Yeah.
And X is having problems with their feed, and you thought maybe there's hackers there.
I feel that way, but because he shouldn't have any problems.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. I'm struggling with putting my... Hello, Kathy McLaughlin. Hello, Lily. Crisscross. Doug. Kinkler?
Do you want to get your cards ready?
I will.
Hi, Laura. Thank you for joining us. Mathanji, Doug, Alexis, Leo Smiles, Martha, the Shepherd, JW, Lori Sue Craig and Clement, Kathy McLaughlin, as she said, Lily Dale, Bridget York,
Kiki.
Mary, Meri. I don't know how to pronounce that. Suzanne, Debbie, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
We have a snow.
Yeah.
And she lives 4 blocks away from me, and we have more snow than you have.
Yeah, you do.
On the top of the hill. But you are on the top of the hill as well.
I'm just straight 4 blocks over.
Sure.
Kathy O is asking what will happen with Social Security monthly checks for retired persons, late or on time.
It will be delayed. It's like a traffic stop on highway. Everyone is stuck. And there will be less people working in the post office, so it will be probably some delays. Belgium and Norwegian countries are not getting any more, they will not get any more post.
I saw that.
Yeah, so Trump wants the same thing on Mellon.
Well, they want to privatize the post office and the Amtrak, I think it is.
And that will be a very expensive thing for people.
Social Security checks?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, people will be going and bumping to the doors and being swearing even, being upset. It will be delay, sleeping on them, waiting and waiting, symbol of waiting for the ship to come in. And eventually, yes, they will have to do something to repair this because it will be problematic.
Ferrari, like Ferrari.
Ferrari, huh?
Well, I didn't know how to pronounce your name.
Uh-huh.
So it's like Ferrari, the car, but with an M at the beginning.
Ferrari.
Very
Nice.
lovely. Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
I never drove a Ferrari.
Now, Neptune Blue 913, can Mark Carney defeat the Conservative leader in the next federal election? Can Carney defeat
Conservative? Polyester. No.
Polyester, okay. That's the new name.
3 cards.
1,
Polyester.
2, 3.
Yeah. It's like polyester will go out of style. He is so pro-Republicans. He wanted to be like Don Don, Ding Dong, little Ding Dong. And it's odd because Don Don helped our Liberal Party to go up.
Yeah, and United Canadians. Like Doug Ford is even doing wonderful stuff for Ontario.
Yeah, and he's
the leader of premiers.
Yeah, he would be worried about that. He will try to negotiate, and cheating. So he might get help, financial help from
Well, that's what
Musk,
he had asked for that on television.
from Mellon.
Yeah, he wanted support from him. But you know what was interesting
But
is
they are not allowed to take support from other countries. Well, Mellon is Canadian, so but it's still limited
but
amount.
Starlink is still in Canada.
I'm talking about Starlink, Polish Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sikorowski. Thank you. Oh, Heidi's with us.
Hi, Heidi. We missed you at the beginning.
And Sikorski, Minister of Foreign Affairs, he stood up to Mellon. He said Polish government was paying 50 million a year for Ukraine to receive the Starlink. So you have no rights to disconnect because they were paying. And actually the Polish government was paying a lot of money. And Mellon was so pissed off at him, he called him little man. Yeah, it shows like the height is important to him. In Poland we have a saying, little man with a big root. So be careful. Don't mess with me, little men. That's a saying. So I don't have too much experience about that.
So Mark Carney is going to have discussions with Trudeau because Trudeau has to step down as prime minister in the transition taking place. And it's expected that Carney will call an election. He could call it as quick as happening.
Now, 20 of October. Up to 20 of October.
Yeah, but he's expected because he wants to be elected in with a mandate rather than just assume the Liberal leadership and become, because even then the Liberals don't have the majority. It has to partner, it has a coalition with the NDP. So he'd like a larger mandate, I'm sure, to go carry forward. But I was listening to his talk, and he believes in seniors being taken care of and universal health care and all the things that our premier is kind of bucking against.
Yeah. So what is the question?
So would you like
full cards for him?
Yeah. How's he going to be as
Mark?
You said he's going to win as prime minister. How is he going to? Will he have a majority?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Nice sunset for him.
So it's not a sunrise?
Sunrise, yeah.
Oh, sunrise, okay.
Oh, I think sunrise.
Setting is rising in the morning, so it's going up?
Yeah, so it's going up, which is very positive. Yeah, opposite word, but I meant good, thank you. She knows how good mistakes I can do. So it will be the good out. When the sun is rising, we are always feeling very optimistic. Security of an angel.
You have a sneeze coming?
Like grab half of the. Now I can make orchestra.
So he'll have a majority government.
I'm just going to read the cards. Security on his side. He will be outsider. I'm not saying that he will have, but he will be watching from outside, inside, and leaning on other parties, because we don't have 2 parties, we have 5 parties. Yes, 5?
We have quite a few. It depends on how many they get approved.
So it will be that he will be leaning on others.
So he likes to operate in collaboration, not as the dictator.
No, not in Canada. And he said very nice yesterday on his speech. He said, Canada is the best country in the world, which, You
want your leader to say.
You want to, yes. And you feel that it is the values that we have here are very good. And you want this to be.
He's also an Albertan.
He is. Wow. Freeman
Friedman is an Albertan as well.
Kristen Freeman is an Albertan as well. So there was a choice between two of them. Of course, they are living in Ontario, but
Well, they're in government. Now, so that's all going to work out fine. I'm looking forward. It's expected he can call it as soon as April 28th, but they don't think he will. But there's 3 dates they have in May to call it.
Mhm.
I've already signed up to be a poll worker again, so doing my part. Now, the Alberta RCMP has finally launched an investigation following allegations from the former CEO of Alberta Health Services that there were high-level arm twisting, possible conflicts of interest, potential political interference, and corruption in multi-million-dollar health deals. And that affects our MLA, our person.
And she's going for protests.
Oh, yeah, I protest every Saturday. But anyways, it's finally being called that they have enough information to have an investigation. Sometimes with these investigations, they don't carry through and they don't find anything, but they say they have enough to find something. What would be the result of this investigation? 1, 2, 3. So it affects our premier and health minister.
It's like letter C, not completely closed, because O is completely closed and C is still open. So it will be just, it will be.
Is it going to snowball into other areas?
I don't know. I just see this C like that. So it is something that it will take for a while to finish probably. The legal things will take. They will be distracted, going different direction, and very, very cautiously. Not before election, not for sure. They will be taking time to know who is the winner.
Because our next election is in the fall of 2027.
But I'm talking about the top elections.
Oh, federal elections.
Federal elections, because
they're waiting on that.
Yeah. And C, conservative.
Yeah, C, conservative. She's not.
No, but I saw letter C. I didn't understand, but she's conservative. So they will be postponing until to know if conservative won or not.
Okay. Will our premier Smith? Will she won the leadership review, but it was very small. Will she be stepping aside and another leader? Will she get a non-confidence vote as a leader and be stepping aside? 1, 2, 3.
She will be waiting, being on the guard, wearing the uniform like the guards. So I don't know if she will step away. She will be still feeling like she is a leader, going for cheating, and hoping that people will love her.
Yeah,
okay, not more about Canadian politics.
Michelle writes, I thought Canada ended Starlink contract. That's in Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
We have it because your son has.
My son has the Starlink on an acreage outside, and he said he's very happy with it. But in a city, Starlink doesn't work too well because it's too much distraction.
Beans Butterfly is asking, will Chauvin, is that how you pronounce the name, be granted pardons for his federal charges? You know anything? I don't know.
Chauvin?
I don't know. Could you please write more information about who Chauvin is?
Yeah, okay. But there was Cathy McLaughlin. I noticed that she had a question.
The budget is coming up for a vote soon. Do you see Medicaid being hit badly? So that's a U.S.
All right. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay. My grandfather lived in a farm, and they had the cool room in the basement.
Mm-hmm. The cold storage.
Cold storage. Mm-hmm. You had to open the pull the carpet and open the floor and walk on the stairs, because before the war there was no freezers. So he will be bringing in the ice from the lake in the winter time, blocks of ice, and then they will drop them in the basement in that cool room. That will mean that they will be going for the to the basic and stealing what you have in the storage. It's not the best vision that I was hoping for. So they will be trying to steal your food supplies or whatever, basics. Because in that freezer you had everything what hunters will bring you or food. So he had that way hidden for the summer months. He was scared of that place. Yeah, that's what they are aiming for. That's their goals, that's the plans, and people will be crying. They will be doing their job.
Who will be?
Mellon and his people.
Now, will there...
Because their
midterms.
goals. They want to take for themselves as much money as they can, and if they can dig from the underground, they will do that. Talking about underground, in the previous video I said about Bush and those generals, and I want to emphasize about the underground movement, like the ants are making the underground movement and eventually coming to the surface. So don't ignore that vision. I would like you to remember that vision, because I think eventually it will come to the surface, like the ants will be popping out everywhere. The underground movement will take place, and it was related to army veterans.
You thought many people have commented that they thought it was Liz Cheney.
That's what I told you.
I know you said as well.
Right away, after I finished video, and I thought, well, Cheney is connected with Bush, and her father was he was big because he was vice president, who was more like a president, who was running he was the most powerful vice president. And I woke up after, I posted, and I said to you, and I said the same thing to Brooke. I think that's the woman that I was talking about, queen of the ants. It will be Liz Cheney. So I don't want this to be completely dismissed as one of prediction that we can forget about. But I think that's what will happen eventually, that the ants are getting to the surface. We can call them ants, but otherwise VA.
Okay. Now the budget is coming to the floor, I think, for a vote this week. Will it pass? It's a stopgap going until September.
I was disturbed with the question. What?
The vote for the budget in the U.S. It's supposed to be a stopgap until September. Will it pass? Johnson wants to bring it to the floor this week.
Yeah. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. We all remember, the younger generation don't, but we all remember when we were using pen
in the
ink, and sometimes it will make a mess.
Yeah.
It will, and we have to rewrite the whole page, which was so common. And we had to write with the ink pen till grade 5. They didn't let us to use regular pens like this one. That was a new thing in Poland. And so this will be a black, how you call this when the ink?
It's a blot.
Blot.
Yeah, that you blot with them.
Yeah, so it will be
so it'll be an ink spot.
something they will have to dismiss because it wouldn't be visible when you are writing, or you will
So
have
it's not going to pass the first time.
I think they will have to rewrite something because we were rewriting. I hope I'm right about that vision. Yeah, crying over that. People will be upset, reading, but they will be tied up. They will. You see, he has that chain. He will not. Johnson wouldn't be as freely doing what he wants. He will have, and they will do part of the job, not the full job. That's good.
Are they starting to worry about the
That's
midterms
good.
coming up and the pressure being put on their senators and their Congress people for the House and Senate? Are they starting to listen a little bit, perhaps?
They are afraid of the people who are in their districts and who are shouting at them.
Well, that's why they don't have the town halls anymore.
No,
If you're a Republican.
But that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
That is scary for them. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
And yesterday the police shot one guy close to White House because he was upset. Trump was not there while he was even going that direction. And we remember about wife of the, what is his name, the senator from Arizona who was, who had chances to be running for vice president. What's Mark? Please remind me. And his wife was shot. So, people have to think about that one day they can meet
Mark Kelly?
Mark Kelly, yes. And I know who he is. I know about his wife, but he was astronaut. And so they have to think about this. If people are unhappy, they can. And I said that I saw a indentation on the wall, one of the town halls meetings. They have to be prepared for the worst outcomes. It's not good. If people are unhappy, they will be protesting.
So they're going to be more afraid of the public that they
supposedly
serve than Trump.
Afraid of people than Don. They will have to start thinking. And people are probably now telling them, be careful. And they are getting a lot of warnings, even death warnings. I heard that. I hope I will survive today the video. Okay, maybe I will say a joke before I will.
And this is for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, that's what I want to mean. There will be their goals to survive. They want to be the stars for the people, and they will be very depressed about what's going on because they know they are not on the popular side. And with someone who is acting like a flag, this way, that way, not knowing what is doing every day from day one. Okay, young couple just got married. And the wedding is over, and they finally at home. And the husband is saying, before we will go to bed, I would like to make sure that we understand each other. I married you. I don't want to be sorry that I marry you. I don't want to be like my friends who are complaining that the wives don't let them to do anything what they want. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. And so he is saying to her, remember, I had friends, guys, we were drinking, we were going to the pubs, we were watching games, and sometimes I may not come back for a night. And the young bride is saying, I always wanted to be a perfect wife. So remember, dinner will be served in this house between 6 and 7 o'clock. The sex will be in this house between 9 and 11. If you are here or not, whatever. It will be the times that I'm giving you. So I don't know. I think she will be one of those wives that he's afraid of. But she put the rules very well.
Now they're having the meetings right now, trying to bring together a peace deal with Zelensky
Yeah.
and Putin. How is that going? Marco Rubio, he had run down Zelensky that he wasn't thankful enough. And
we have saying in Poland, if you want to hit the dog, you will find the stick. So if he was wearing the wrong shoes or if he was wearing the wrong tuxedo, whatever, they will find the stick to hit him. Okay, so what is the question about Zelensky?
Well,
how
is the peace deal going to go through? Will Zelensky sign it this week?
3 cards.
2, 3.
Ooh. I see the farmer with the forks digging the manure, which is otherwise S, ending with T. And he will be throwing the manure. He will go through so much S, but I don't know. He will have a joke, maybe 1 or 2. The world will be watching, and no, nothing will be really finished because they will still have to wait.
They want security,
and they want to. Don said, "I want him to go for a new election and to be removed."
Yeah.
So he wants to put someone from Putin's side,
and he doesn't want the security. And of course, France and with Starlink, anyways, will Mellon shut down Starlinks, or has he done it already? Because I know that France, Germany, and Poland, aren't they the 3 that are working on, particularly France and Germany, on another system coming in that it can be available for their security?
Mellon thinks that he is above the world.
What he is right now.
Not
coming.
forever. He will burn down like a volcano. I saw him like burning down volcano, empty on the bottom eventually. So 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
The protests will be coming here and there and everywhere in Europe. People will be protesting against whatever is name related to Mellon. And the same thing, it is already going on in USA. So he will lose his nice shoes. He will be walking barefoot. Beginning of new adventure for Mellon. His money, his financial security, he will have to be worried about. Good. He's signing another contract, and he's dismissing the people who are in checking those, how you call those supervisors who are checking if the money is not
auditors,
if he is not cheating, and he is cheating, and Don wants to cheat as well. So they are dismissing all those controllers all over the country.
Deborah,
it is like third world. Romania is already protesting big time. Big time. They had protesters because someone was so pro-Russian, fighting for the government, for the top seat. Good. People are started to see what's going on, and anything related to towards Don and Putin will be not popular anymore.
People have to take back their power. They've given it all over to governments.
And I love when I'm watching that some people are putting in the fire the flags with Don Don.
Oh, the one with his picture on it?
And the hats, yeah, they are throwing everything into a fire. So they were his supporters, and that's a group that is feeling like a cheated husbands or cheated wives, and the pain is probably very bad because people don't love to be cheated. They don't like that. They want to feel that people are playing fairly with them. Of course, don't never play fair game, and another of those fruity tutti is doing the same way. They don't play fairly. They are just controllers for their own good.
Deborah Robinson is from Calgary, and she made the comment later on here, and she said,
They say Malan has lost half of his fortune last 3 months.
Yeah.
Debbie Robinson. Thank you, Debbie.
That maybe the C in for the RCMP investigation, you said you saw the letter C?
Yeah.
She's hoping it's convicted.
Oh.
C for convicted.
Hopefully, I get those messages from above. I don't plan them. There is no manual that I can go, and at the beginning I was even looking at the dreams books for the symbol, but to me they are different than to the person who was writing the dreams book. So it is something that I have to just go with the flow the first moment, and if I don't understand, I have to just say it, let her see it, and we will find out eventually.
Diva 369 is asking, will the funds that Don cut off for Biden's Chips and Science Act be restored? I would imagine that maybe is research, is it? I don't know.
I know the scientists were protesting on Friday.
Well, I know that they're having stoppage in cancer research and things like that as well.
So many things.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they will have to start from the scratches again. Surprise. So they will be keeping those information, but the pulling the boat tighter when there will be a right guy giving them security, and they will be reunited with other scientists all over the world. But it will take a while. Excuse me.
Patty Palmer is asking the question, can spirit be strong enough to make someone who doesn't usually hear spirit actually hear them?
They can communicate with you.
1, 2, 3.
I'm not a medium, but I know the answers when someone asks me about a message from my parents, and I can get the message. And last night I was thinking about Leszek, about my son Leszek, who passed away. I was thinking about him, and I thought, at least the good part of this is that he's under our roof. His ashes are with us, and I don't have to worry what he is doing, because I was all the time worrying about him. Is he safe? And when there were fires in Los Angeles, I thought, oh, maybe he is in that area, because he was in that area. He was not communicating with anyone, and I couldn't get contact with him because the telephone, he changed the telephone, so the old one was not answering my phones. And what I was going. So they can communicate. And moment later, I got a message from a friend of mine, and I don't know if I can mention her name, and she gave me a confirmation about being connected with Leszek. And I said, Christina, thank you so much for your confirmation. You know,
It comes through unusual ways.
Unusual ways, but otherwise I will forget about this. That I thought about him that way. But now I don't, because I know he is happy to be at home. At least I believe that way. And, I'm talking to him so many times. At least he's not arguing with me.
That's good.
Teenagers and young adults, kids, always have different opinions, and I want to have the rights, and we talk our kids to have their own opinions. And sometimes I'm sorry now about that, because Roman has always had, since he was 3.5, I'm the boss in the family. That was the song that created that age. So it's, you want your kids to be strong, and Christina is with us, I don't know. And it's so you want them to be strong, but then they drive you nuts. And I think Amy, from Supreme Court, she is her buttons are pushed at home by her 5 kids.
Amy Cohn Barrett.
Amy Cohn Barrett, yeah. I feel that she is not doing this for her own being.
Well, she sure didn't have a good look when Trump was going down the line, and she just gave him a look.
And he gave her a look, and she gave him a look. She said, I'm strong, I can put up with you. So it is that I believe her kids are, Mom. And we all who are parents of young adults, we know that they can push our buttons to the ground. Yeah. Rainbow of a Family, King of Excitement, and legal things. What was the question?
Question that you were answering?
Yeah. Oh, if the
Patty Palmer's question, can spirit be strong enough?
Yeah. They are watching over the family. They are helping us to be busy and making decisions, but they are, what they will think. So their judgments.
And they'll also come through in your dreams.
Oh, they do. Or in the middle of the night, you will start thinking, and like I did last night with Leszek.
I remember when my mom was having real problems with strokes. She was in her early 50s, and I cried on my bed, and I just cried and cried and cried, and I heard a voice to my right, and it wasn't male or female, and it told me that my mom was going to be okay.
Chris is asking, we are answering the questions from USA.
And so this when I heard that voice, that she will go on her own time. And she lived for over another 30 years. It was on her own time, and I didn't need to cry anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are trying to answer as many questions. Cheryl is picking them up for me. And sometimes the questions are from different...
It is a spiritual as well.
Yeah.
Victoria Tio, do you think that people who go to Mars with SpaceX will come back? Didn't Trump sign up for that, Don? He wanted to go to Mars or something at one time.
Send him, both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them. We don't know if they will have enough storage for the big golden toilet, but for Don. So, who will be cleaning this? He will have to clean by himself. Oh, gosh.
So whoever goes to Mars with SpaceX, will they come back? That's a long trip.
3 cars.
1, 2, 3.
They will forget about SpaceX when they will be going to Mars. So don't think about this. SpaceX will be just name in the history because of the cheatings. The journey will be too hard, And people would like to be reunited with friends and family, so they want the astronauts to come back. And right now, I don't know if those two astronauts are safe enough to come back.
Well, they're still having problems with. They've raced
even
it through really
starting
quick.
Rockets and
Now, there's one about. I think this is how they've answered it. Will Chauvin be granted pardons for his federal charges? And I think
Chauvin.
that's. I think the one where they say that he was the one who was charged with the cop that killed George Floyd, that caused the protest.
But he's in the
He's
prison.
the officer that choked George Floyd.
Yeah.
Because that's how they've answered it.
Okay, so would he be free?
So let me go back. Oh, I didn't go back that far. So for Chauvin, will Chauvin be granted pardons?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
One more nail in the door. No, the door.
In the coffin?
But I see the door,
door
being closed completely. No, I don't think so. Don will be afraid that the manifestations will be all over the country. Don wants his security. The world is watching. Queen of Love, people have love, will be. But no, I don't see him.
Now, you had concerns that there was coming soon another attempt
Of
Don.
to hunt him
Yeah.
down. Entertainment only. I saw 2.
2 more?
Well, at the beginning of the year, I said there will be 2. And time is not for psychics.
1, 2, 3.
He has to be afraid when he's golfing. He has to be afraid that time. He's the most vulnerable when he's golfing.
And golf's a third of the time.
Yeah, there will be someone who will be a good leader from maybe underground surprise, and the whole world will be aware of that. But not going to say the whole world is waiting for that, but that's just for entertainment only. And I like to make jokes.
Nathanji's asking, will
someone said in the jokes we can say so much true because we are allowed to say the truth through the joke.
Will Kamala run for California governor position?
So Newsom will be leaving for presidency.
He's not very well liked in some circles. 1, 2, 3.
It's like you want to go for a party to dance, but your shoe is hurting you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if she will go for it. She would like to have some fun at home. She is feeling, no, I don't think so. And no, she will sleep on it. I don't see her fighting for that position. Probably she has enough of it, of the politics now. And she has good pension and security, so no, why would she? Thank you so much, Debbie Christensen.
On NBC News, Senator Elisa Slotkin, a Democrat from Michigan, wants assurances that Don will spend money the way that Congress wants when it's actually passed, the budget. Will Don actually abide by what is passed? 1, 2, 3.
It will be like a fight with a dog. The dog has a bone and you want to take the bone away from him. So Trump will be like the bad dog with the bone. You can take it, but it will be like, give it to me. They will have to wait, worry about the financials, and sell the secrets to everyone. Otherwise, everything has to be, because they don't want to give it.
Well, he just writes his
He's a bad dog.
signature on everything.
Oh,
He doesn't follow anybody.
remember, I said about the signature. Long time I did a video about the signature, and the last letter, Trump P. He has the tendency to put down. Can I borrow your pen? A moment. And he has some. And then he is going so under. So that last letter P is going so under, and that's distraction. This is the distraction for him. He will push everything down. And his life was up and down, which it was like he always will go in his life with high and lows.
Well,
But the last letter, he's going back and pushing the letter P under to the ground. So
and Melania's signature is
the
like
same.
his as well.
She is such a copycat of his signature. So both of them will be ending not the nice way.
And
Yes,
where are you looking?
because there is something what will happen, and will Kamala be stepping in then. I don't think Kamala will be interested in the politics too much. She is very quiet since she lost the election. She should have checked some, at least, places if they were not cheated.
Diva369 is
She
saying
doesn't have the feistiness in her to fight.
Chips and Science Act is bringing semiconductor supply chains back to U.S. $30 billion to CHIPS private sector investments, spanning 23 projects in 15 states. Will create over 115,000 manufacturing and construction jobs. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. So would they bring that jobs, or?
I don't know, because they've taken away the funding. I know. The one about the astronauts, Violetta's already answered that.
And I said there will be more plane catastrophes, and they are one after another. I'm surprised because for under Biden there was nothing. 4 years quiet, and now I'm worried that there is so many.
But they're trying to take it out because Mellon wants to go in there and have his people operate it, so they make it a disaster, and then say, "But we can come in and save you."
But it's the way he started.
But he made it the disaster.
Yeah, because they removed the top guy from FDA.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how you say it. That the shortness of the controlling all the airports.
And I do take.
A woman can't be a good.
Can't even be a pilot or anything.
Even, and I know I was doing reading for one of those ladies who were working as top leader on the airport,
Mm-hmm.
and on the very big airport. It was much harder for her to go comparing with the guys, but now under Don, it's probably impossible.
Mm-hmm. And the last question, I do take screenshots of the questions that are being asked that we have.
And are we still on? Oh, can we check if we are still on? Heidi, can you tell us that we are on?
I'm still getting that.
Yeah, Doreen said yes.
Cheryl.
Yes, thank you.
Cheryl Kelly has a question, so it'll be the last question of today right now, because we've got other things to move on to, such as who gets the half-hour reading. Cheryl Kelly is asking, does the Virgin Mother have messages for her children? When? 2, 3.
Sometimes the hard times will connect more people than the good times. So she is saying that mothers who are not spoiled by the wealth and so on, they are better, more connected with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I can relate to that. Your mom was not able to spoil you too much, so she was very connected with you. I do believe my mom couldn't offer us too much, but at least she always had time for us to listen us. And I could come from school and I could talk to her and give her advice, my advices, because I was her mom, kind of. And she make my brother and myself connected. We are still very close, which I don't think is that common. I think we gave our kids sometimes too much good upbringing that they didn't suffer. Like they didn't suffer abuse, so they are not feeling as connected with us. They are not afraid for us or that something could happen to us. I was all my life feeling responsible for my mom and my brothers as well. They were feeling responsible for her. And she made us very strong because she was weak. So sometimes what we are complaining, oh, I can't give this to my kids, I can't give that to my kids. Give them the closeness to yourself.
And the opportunity to take a chance. And it's not a failure. It's just try another way.
And make sure that they understand life is not perfect. And I always wanted to be too independent for my kids. And Roman is telling, Mom, you are so strong, don't even complain. But I wish I were like my mom, that they will be thinking, no, she's not strong, I have to be for her. And my kids never thought that they can think that I'm weak. So they thought that, oh, somehow parents will manage.
I was very, very close to my mom.
Look from different point of view, be more spiritual, relax, because this is symbol of relaxation and rejuvenation. Think about the angels on another side. She wants you to be more spiritual. And be logical, be worth of your word. Think what is right, what is wrong. Thank you.
Thank you, beautiful energy.
It is so important to know what your mother was teaching you. What is right, what is wrong. Knowing what is right, what is wrong. I wish that Don's mother was better to him that way, because she didn't taught him how to be a good person.
Very dysfunctional family. Yeah. Now, Lori has mentioned Melon is currently claiming X has been hit with a cyber attack.
And then I said in the morning, first thing.
True, or just an excuse for owning one more faulty product?
I believe that that's true. It's not in his business, and that's probably very true. And I was going to give you Granny's advice about the guy who and his wife, they found the bodies,
Hackman.
Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy. Betsy died of Hunter's virus. I learned about this virus many years ago, and we were watching of course, I make everyone at home to watch that Mysteries Diagnosis, because I loved that program. So that time, many years ago, I learned about this, and it's spreaded by mouses. So yesterday when I sent you the video about him and his wife's house, and the FBI is pulling the floor, and they can't figure out why they are pulling the floor. They have to pull the floor because they were invaded by mouses. And Arizona is a big spot for mice. But I check, even Alberta has those mice. Alberta, BC, south of Canada and Saskatchewan, Manitoba.
We have mice, yeah.
But it has to be deer mice. Two different mice. One is orange with orange, and another one is gray with the white feet. And they live in our provinces, so I believe in all over USA they might be living. If you will be exposed to mice, get rid of them as fast as you can, because those little things that they are leaving from the bum are dangerous to you.
And you're supposed to wear a mask if you ever clean anything up.
Yes, and the same thing. It's the pee. So now they are pulling the whole floor. And I wrote to Brooke, I think I know why they are pulling the floor. And that's the reason. They have beautiful mansion, 5,000 square feet, gorgeous place on the earth. But the mice have killed her, and then a few days later he died. So when you are even in the place camping, and you will find that the mouse get into your trailer, be careful, because you can't really bleach everything what you can, or if you not wash it, but wear mask and gloves. Those specimens are very poisoning for everyone, and it's better to know when you are going to the garden shed and you see that you have those treasures there, and you are sweeping the floor to get rid of them, wear a mask.
Always wear a mask, yeah.
Because they just want to live, and they are leaving things that are dangerous to our health. There is several incidents in Alberta and BC and other provinces that people are dying even every year in Canada. So it's not unusual, and for hunters, when they are hunting, and if the mouse will come to the net, to the tent, make sure you don't ignore that.
Did you want to get out your phone to tee it up for whoever wrote a comment on Saturday's video is eligible?
And the lady who won the last time, last week, she said she sent me two emails before, until today I was able to give her. I just received the email. So if you don't get back notification that I got your email, please bombard me. And I don't know, she went to my Wix, that smart girl. And okay, I will go here.
So this is, again, anyone who has written a comment will be eligible to be in the draw for a reading, half an hour reading, donated by Janet and Tom Berg, B-U-R-G.
Thank you, Janet and Tom Berg. And the last video was on Saturday, last Saturday, and George Bush plus VA generals plus woman and plus ant nest. So that's the video that I'm going to post. That I'm looking for the person who was writing comments under that video, 341. And thank you, Brooke, for your time stamps. I'm moving my finger, and when Cheryl will feel like it, she will tell me to stop.
How many were there?
341.
Okay. And remember, you can comment as many times as you want, and it's really appreciated when you ask questions there as well.
And if you can put the bracket letters for the questions, the big letters, so it's easy for me to spot them.
Mm-hmm. Stop.
Nancy Moon, 3264. Yes, we use the Dexcom G7 as well. It is a wonderful device. But in Canada, we have that wonderful thing for free. I'm on the border, so I'm not completely diabetic, but
That just came in for Alberta, although it has been Canada. That's a federal program.
yeah,
And
and
our premier just brought it in for us.
yeah, and most drugstores didn't even know that we are eligible because I asked in my drugstore, Lablat, and they told me, no, I don't know anything about this, that it's for free. I went to my husband's drugstore, so I bought them, but they asked me to pay $25 for 1 month. I thought, okay, I can survive that because I always wanted, but paying $80 for 2 weeks, it's a lot. Several $100 a year. It was just for my husband that we were buying. And I went to the third drugstore because my husband's drugstore, they were kind of postponing. Come back Monday. I thought, why? I have this, I bought this thing, and I deserve you to put this on. So they told my husband to wait till Monday. I said, no, you are not going to wait. I don't going to wait because I'm worried that your sugar might be down to the sleeping time. So I took him to another drugstore, and the guys were so good. They put me a new one, and they said, you don't have to pay for it.
Well, that came out a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
and I sent you that information.
Yeah, I did, and I went, and they told me no. So that's the reason I'm telling Canadians, you are eligible. Just ask your doctor for prescription.
Well, it's a federal one. It's up for the provinces to decide whether or not you get it.
Okay.
So ours just brought it in, but it's been in other provinces for quite a while.
Yeah. So, oops.
So please do contact Violetta for that reading at psychicvioletta@outlook.com as quick as possible with your phone number in particular. And she'll connect with you and make arrangements for a reading.
Yeah. And thank you so much, everyone, for participating. So Nancy Moon.
So it's the first post on Saturday's video, the winner is.
Yes. And take care of each other.
We have some prayers.
Okay, yes. Okay.
There's prayers here that are being asked for U.S. federal workers who are experiencing overwhelming stress, personal crises, and panic attacks.
For worries that they might be the next one who will be on the chopping block.
Or they already have been chopped.
And so many of them are chopped to kick out of work, which is so unfair.
Lanny Ann, please continue praying with me for my sister Anna Marie, who is unable to receive any more medication except to control pain. She has stage 4 lung cancer. It has spread to her bones.
I have her.
And everywhere it can travel. I am beyond sad and grateful for any support.
So she wouldn't be suffering, that she is. The pain-free, it's so important to be.
Sharon P. has just posted on here as well. Her son is very sick. Gary Pratin, Pratin or IR. I don't know if I wrote it properly, but anyway, for Gary. Crohn's disease plus attack of the flu recently.
We were praying for him before, I believe. All the best to Gary. He is suffering with Crohn's for many years.
And it's interesting, for the Pope, prayers for the Pope as well. And I'm not Catholic, but you are.
And, it doesn't matter because you have a good soul and you want to pray for people who deserve that.
So what's interesting is that movie, Conclave, was very, very good. I also bought the book and I'm going through it. And there's parts that are in the book that aren't in the movie, which is really interesting. But it's worth watching the book or reading the book and watching the movie. It's very, very good.
Yeah, she made me to watch.
Yes, I did.
Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Love yourself first, and then you can give love to others. Don't skip on that.
Yeah, you have to be full yourself before you can share.
You have to be happy who you are, and then you can make sure that everyone else around you is appreciating what they have.
Mm-hmm.
And feel that you are the thing that is gluing everyone together, not the distraction.
Yeah, we want to be united.
We want
None of
to
this divisions, dividing up.
and
in
forgive
politics.
everyone if you can.
If you can. You can forgive, but you don't have to forget.
Yeah, but it's we can always remember the better times.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to us. Take care of each other.
So please put comments after this is posted. Please subscribe and help Violetta out with the algorithms.
And if you
by
can
subscribing
be
and liking.
active in those protests, because this is the time that the country needs you.
Yeah.
Yours and ours. We don't need to some politician, some lawyer go to Washington and make commitment that Alberta might want to be part of USA. God, I don't want to show bad signs, but my finger is itchy.
Well, maybe that C will come up convicted eventually.
Yeah, because it's a traitor. It's trading.
She's got bigger plans than the province.
No, but it is a lawyer who went to.
Yeah. Well, she's got other plans here that she's going on.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with Alberta. Anyways.
We have the good energy. We want to just pull the good energy all over us. Take care.
And enjoy your day.
See you Wednesday. Bye-bye. We
Bye-bye.
survive. I don't know how come, but hopefully. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.